Yo, what's up, guys? Joker bringing you another video. So, at this point, we have 9 days until the Sakurajima update for Palworld. And in that time, I've been prepping, trying to get ahead of the ball. That way, I'm ready for the update. And I figured I could go ahead and speed run a couple of the things that I've been doing to prep. That way, you guys can go ahead and do them as well. So, first and foremost is going to be dungeons. Dungeons are going to be one of the main ways that you get money. And I feel like we're going to need a lot of money, not only for buying base PAL spheres, but on top of that, you can get ancient tech manuals, as well as training manuals from those dungeons, right? And this is going to save you an infinite amount of time while you're when you get these new pals. That way you don't have to grind them individually, and with the new tech tree you'll be able to go ahead and unlock all of the new recipes there as well. That kind of brings us to the next thing, which is going to be PAL spheres. Since there is going to be a shit ton of new PALs from what it seems like, you're going to want to make sure that you start your mining operations now, right? Where you have at least one mining base up and running. And can be in a number of locations. It can be here at this, 183 -36 mountaintop, where there's those several ore veins and there's all of this obsidian and all of this metal. Or something else that you can do is they have a really cool new update that I haven't played since they put it out, but it's these tier 2 mining spots, right? This is probably the best ore mine in the game now. You would just go ahead and set maybe two of these up. And then I also have a stone one going for palladium, right? That way I can get a bunch of stone and turn it into palladium. And I have a shit ton of Astegons from my Astegon video, right? So that plus we have our Anubises going ahead and mining and transporting stuff for us. We have a bunch of cakes. That way, when we get these new pals, we can start breeding them. I'm crafting more cakes. I need to rework this. This base got completely destroyed because I tried my first raid, and I completely underestimated it. Like, it wiped like 90% of the pals that I had in my pal box. There was like five pals that I had left, and they were the ones that I trained to max, right? The ones that I maxed out the stars, like my Frostallion and my Anubis and shit. So, I'm gonna try that again at a later date, but I have a couple of farms here up and running, getting me some cake materials, and then we have our cakes, we have our mining, and then we also have some the most important thing. Um, I mean, something else that you would want to gather real quick before I get to the end. Like I said, this is going to be a super short video of just a couple of things to keep in mind. Not any direct strategies, but more of a hey, make sure you have these things ready for when the update comes. That way, you don't have to waste time getting these things after the update, right? So, you're going to also want to have a bunch of keys because keys open chest. And on these new islands, I'm assuming there's going to be a shit ton of chests, potentially new chest as well, that give new items. So you're going to want to go ahead and gather a shit ton of keys, as well as pal souls. Once again, same thing for these new pals and these new fights. You're going to want to make sure that you have some decently strong pals. You're going to want to make sure that you have your capture rate all the way up. That way you don't have to waste pal spheres. I still need to go get 9 more lip monk statues. So I'm still doing that as well while I have everybody working. The homing sphere launcher is going to be your best friend in in addition to a really powerful weapon like the rocket launcher and the Ring of Mercy. So essentially, my strategy is going to be running around, blowing shit up with the rocket launcher while having the Ring of Mercy equipped. This means that I won't be able to kill stuff. Everything will be left at 1 HP. And then I'm going to be using my homing sphere launcher to just chuck a bunch of spears in my path, right? That way I can go ahead and capture these pals super effectively with minimal effort. The last two or three things are all going to be NPCs. You're going to want to make sure that you have a wandering merchant, and these come in two varieties, right? Let me go ahead and reset these real quick. I'll go ahead and do this. And you know what? I'm not grinding any kind of boss right now, so I don't need you in my inventory. So let's go ahead and reset this real quick. These are the three NPCs I'm saying that you're going to want to have. You're going to want to have a black market merchant, which you can find these guys in a ton of different places, but I feel like their inventory is going to be updated with the update, right? So you are going to have the potential of finding some of the new pals in here. I'm assuming it would only make sense, right? So we have that guy, and then the much more important, you don't even, oh, okay, he got some food. The much more important NPCs that you're going to want to find are going to be wandering merchants, but more importantly, where is he? This guy. This guy will come to your base every now and then, and his inventory is fucking OP, right? He sells palladium, he sells skill fruits, he sells eggs, he sells milk, he sells he sells everything that you need for cakes. So you don't even need to have a cake farm. You could literally just buy it all from him, as well as he sells all of the tiers of medicine, pretty much all of the secondaries, and all of the ammos at a really good price. He appears randomly at your base. Like I was saying, there'll be a little pop up. So just AFK at your base for a little while, and there's a chance that he'll come. I've seen a few of them, so I don't think it's that rare for him to actually show up. The other thing is this generic wandering merchant. I believe I got this guy in the desert city, I want to say. I got him a while ago. I believe he is over here, right? You go into the city, and he's the first merchant that you're going to see. So you go to Dune Shelter, and you go up. And the good thing about NPCs, in case you're unaware somehow, is you can capture any NPC you see. So that's why I have a black marketeer in my storage for pals. And then yeah, it's this one. This is the Wandering Merchant. And the main reason why I captured him is because of the fact that he sells tomatoes, lettuce, like all those secondaries, right? I got this guy way before I got my green wandering merchant. Ooh, is this guy stationed here now? Wait, let's see. No, this is a different guy. Okay, yeah. So the one in my base, the OP one, is just a random encounter. That guy is I don't think that guy's that good, so don't get him. And then you can catch this guy. I mean, you can get this normal PAL merchant as well, which does like the same thing as the black marketeer. But I don't I believe the black marketeer has higher rarity pals in him naturally. So you're going to want to find and capture one. And with all the map updates on like Overwolf and stuff that have come out, just do a quick Google search for like black marketeer locations and just go to any of them. I believe it's like a rotating spawn sometimes. So he may not be there 100% of the time, but he'll be there a decent amount of the time. But those are just a couple of the things that I wanted to bring to your attention. Mention, say, hey, these are a couple of things you might want to start prepping prior to the Sakurahima update, where you go ahead and you have your PAL spheres ready, you have your training manuals ready, and more importantly, you have your ancient technique manuals ready. Because from what it looks like, I have a feeling that they're going to be putting out more things in the tech tree. And if you're already level 50, then you're already going to be maxed out on points, right? So you need these technology books. That way you can finish maxing out your tech tree. But yeah, like I was saying, I wanted this to be a shorter video, so those are a couple of things to keep in mind. I hope they help. I'm sorry it was more of a rant video, but yeah, 9 days. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. I'm going to be covering all of the Sakurahima updates. I know I keep swapping between Sakurajima and Sakurahima just because I'm so used to the J being an H sound, but in more of that like Eastern languages, it is fuck it. So the Sakura update that's coming in 9 days, right? Be ready for it. I have a feeling that it's going to be really good. Like I said, I'm going to be covering everything in it. So if you need video guides, stick around. Much like with everything in Palworld, where I covered pretty much everything while it was still viable. I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be showcasing pals. I'm going to be trying to breed some of the new pals to max, like I did with my Frost Stallion, because some of the pals look super duper cool. But yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. And until next time, take care.